It's Wednesday, November the 9th, 2016, and this is your Barbados Today evening update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. We begin with reactions to the big news story that has left much of the world in shock and bewilderment. The stunning victory last night of New York billionaire businessman and Republican nominee Donald Trump as the 45th president of the most powerful nation on earth, the United States of America. While millions of Americans, political pundits, politicians, and the media try to come to grips with the surreal triumph, here in the Caribbean, one of the region's most notable historians, Vice Chancellor of the University of the West Indies, Sir Hilary Beckles, says he is not surprised about Trump's success at the polls.
As an historian, it was entirely predictable and expected. As a humanist, an idealist, it was fearful. And we are all told as academics that we must never allow emotion to triumph over intelligence. And what we saw, a world woke up, three-quarters of humanity woke up this morning in a state of concern and dismay.
Speaking today at the same Vice Chancellor's Forum on the implications of the U.S. elections on the Caribbean, UWI Pro Vice Chancellor for Global Affairs, Ambassador Richard Bernal, cautioned the region to act speedily to ensure its most pressing needs are included in the foreign policy of the new administration.
There's a necessity for urgent, proactive intervention. This is not a time to dissipate our energy, technical or intellectual, on speculating what might happen, what could happen, getting bogged down in dystopian speculation about what will happen. I think this is a time when we have to take the initiative to formulate a strategy of the needs of the Caribbean and to begin to place that in the context of U.S. policy, foreign policy making. And this transition is both a challenge and an opportunity.
And former Senator and the Minister of State for Education in Jamaica, Maxine Henry Wilson, another panelist, also urged regional leaders not to sit back and gloat over the election result, but use it as an energizing moment to chart their own country's destiny.
I think we should not be naive, because we really need to analyze the nature of the coalition that supported Trump. And I would start from the question, is Trump really a Republican? Or is Trump just Trump? And that has very serious implications for how he's going to govern. All those things about climate change, etc., he has given voice to some of them already. The question will be, is the other side of the Republican coalition willing to challenge him?
And the executive director of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Barbados, Reginald Farley, is meanwhile calling on the Frandl Stewart administration not to waste any time in ensuring that all matters relating to Barbados are placed on the table post-haste.
Having someone like Donald Trump, even though he may not be the choice of Barbadians, as the president, gives you an opportunity. He has been so non-specific in his policy prescriptions during the election that he does not have to be tied to anything. And I believe that his perspective would be, as he outlined, in the art of the deal. So we need really to move early. The reality is, whether we like it or not, he's the president. We need, either singly as Barbados or jointly as the Caribbean community, approach his team. Because all these presidents work with advisors. And we need to get the advisor. Who is his advisor on matters related to the OECD, international financial centers, and so on, the things that are of strategic interest to us. So I'm saying that there's an opportunity with the new administration, new sets of advisors who may have thought about these matters, may not have thought about them, to let us go in. These are the things that we want, these are the kind of relations we want, and let us try to define their view of us and the policies that they will put in place, rather than waiting until January, February, March, until they're settled. The administration starts today.
And after congratulating his successor in a phone call, outgoing President Barack Obama has invited Donald Trump to the White House tomorrow to discuss the transition in preparation for Trump's official takeover in January. Defeated Democrat nominee Hillary Clinton this afternoon publicly conceded her loss and called on Americans to unite and help make Trump a successful president. But an emotional Clinton had some poignant parting words for the women of the country.
To all the women, and especially the young women, who put their faith in this campaign and in me, I want you to know that nothing has made me prouder than to be your champion. Now, I know we have still not shattered that highest and hardest glass ceiling, but someday someone will, and hopefully sooner than we might think right now. And to all the little girls who are watching this, never doubt that you are valuable and powerful and deserving of every chance and opportunity in the world to pursue and achieve your own dreams.
In his victory speech, Trump has already made his call for Americans to come together as one, while pledging to be a leader for all. In other news now, the Salvation Army here in Barbados is again this year looking to raise $800,000 to continue its feeding program, Meals on Wheels to shut-ins, and the maintenance of its daycare center. Divisional Commander Sinus Theodore says the financial target, which was the same last year and which has not yet been reached, will be carried out through its annual Kettle Appeal Drive being launched tomorrow in Jubilee Gardens. The Salvation Army feeds an average 150 needy Barbadians at its Reed Street, the city headquarters, per day. In sports now, the West Indies' shallow talent pool is being drained by the loss of players to lucrative overseas T20 leagues. These comments were made by the West Indies Cricket Board in its second media statement on the release fee. The board has asked other ICC full members to understand its predicament and the implications for cricket in the region. The WICB decided to levy a release fee of 20% of a player's contract fee before assuming a no objection certificate for the player's participation in any overseas T20 league.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Get your paper, get your paper. Only $2.25, $2.20. Who? For what? That's the Bear Stale News. I don't read about that on Barbados today since last night. That can't only can't do. $2.20. Who?
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
But Maisie, this Christmas will be the best Belgian Christmas for we. Maisie, it is all because Republic Bank just like Santa Claus. Maisie, fix up the kitchen and a new TV we getting. A special time to commemorate. Republic will help you celebrate.
Get ready to celebrate 50 years of independence right through to the best Bajan Christmas ever with a Make It Happen loan of up to $50,000 from Republic Bank. Give your home a good old Bajan spooser, buy some new furniture and appliances, or take an after-holiday trip to visit loved ones over and away. You could also be one of our lucky winners to share in fabulous prizes. Just visit any branch to apply. Go to republicbarbados.com or call us at 227-2700. We're also available via Skype and FaceTime. Special conditions apply.
In Bajan style, it will be great with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back with news from the region now. The St. Lucia Employers Confederation has welcomed the government's decision to lower the VAT rate from 15% to 12.5% effective February next year. However, the Employers Federation urges responsible tax reforms. However, the St. Lucia Hotel and Tourism Association is taking a more cautious approach on the news of the reintroduction of an airport development tax.
It's one thing to ensure that our tax regime is structured in such a way that we are not disadvantaged when compared to other islands, but it's another very important question regarding how do we dispense with these funds? How do we expenses? How do we manage our expenditure to ensure that we are optimizing the returns as it relates to product development, as it relates to human capital development, as it relates to the strategic way forward? How do we strengthen linkages with other sectors? All these are impacted by how well you spend that tax dollar.
That's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic evening.